In Blood and Iron, organization is very important. A team that is slightly organized will almost always beat a team that has absolutely no organization. In this video, I will be showcasing the two most common ways that teams are organized into an effective fighting force. The first of them is the cult, which I'm currently showcasing. I will be classifying worshipping any kind of thing, such as a horse or even soup, which is the most common thing that's worshipped, as a cult. When a team is organized as a cult, they will either always defend or always charge. In my case, we were worshipping cavalry, so we always charged. In this scenario, the rest of the team had already taken out most of the enemy, so I will only be showing this small part in which we managed to break through the limited defenses. In cult organization, a team can also rally around multiple things. In the next scenario, we rallied around exorcising demons, which were represented by the Brunswick Ducal Corps. Now, a few minutes before the next battle starts, I will be mentioning how if you're the preacher to the cult organization, you will be the leader of the entire army and everyone will follow you. It's the most effective way to get an entire team to listen to you. Since my team wasn't able to do any real damage, I will be showing the entire battle. Anyways, we first started by charging the hill to cut off some skirmishers which were trying to retreat. Now, remember that charging 7 minutes into the match is a horrible idea, mostly because the enemy team is completely dug in, which means that you will struggle badly to break through. Now, what cutting off the skirmishers did was actually delay the enemy from getting any kills on our infantry, because all of the skirmishers were unable to shoot. This, of course, also means that it was a horrible tactic since we spent 1 minute trying to kill skirmishers and even lost some cavalry. Despite these early losses, we still managed to get all of the infantry through and were about to start the attack on the fort conveniently in the exact same place as last time. The rest of the battle shows our best efforts to take the fort and the enemy's best efforts to prevent us from taking the fort. Now sadly we have lost the battle and I was being accused of being a monster, so this is a great time to change to the next battle and show the next way teams are usually organized. The other way I'm mentioning is, of course, being actual line infantry. By that I mean using tactics from the era this game takes place. This type of organization is usually the best type of organization. This is because it sort of encourages people to go into the same class, making a lot of things far more easily. Because everyone is most likely the same unit, this allows for the team to split up, and if everyone also goes the exact same regiment, it becomes far more easier to do everything. Now, we were pretty unorganized at the start since we had no idea what we were doing, but eventually we managed to get back on task and form a line behind our old cult leader. Now, we were planning on charging, so we made one crucial mistake. We forgot cavalry existed. For the rest of this battle, you will now see why our horrible decision of charging in a map with cavalry at an open field doesn't really work. Anyways, we will be moving on to a line battle done right. This means we are actually defending rather than charging, because line battles in Blood and Iron are quite hard to perform, since the team will very quickly run away from cavalry, something that regular line infantry doesn't really do. For the rest of this battle, you will see how our great organization and our slightly better than average strategy leads to us winning the game. Now, we had managed to kill half of the enemy force due to a very small factor. The fact that using these types of organizations, there's one thing that almost always happens: combined arms warfare. This means that our cavalry was effectively flanking, our infantry was successfully holding down the enemy, and our artillery was completely destroying any attempts for the enemy to charge. This is the reason this type of organization is the one I consider the best. boys, now that we have finished, you now know how to effectively construct a team able to completely annihilate the enemy without suffering any casualties. Remember, if you want to learn more about these tactics, you can always watch a random 3-year-old officer. They tend to be some great strategists.